Hey, I want to show you this new thing we have. Tim is really excited about it, but there's reasons to be excited, not excited. This may be more for faculty and staff, not so much students, but if I was a student, I would be really super excited about this, especially the way it accesses Harvard Business Review if you're in BASM. And yes, I'm going to change directions to that probably Monday, if not sooner. So here we are, the library web page. You know, you get there through apps, or you can get there through bigbend.edu through academic resources. We're going to databases A to Z. The name of it is Browzine. Think about browsing. Yeah, so here it is, Browzing, and it's also under B for Browzine. I should probably pronounce it the same way both times, but here we are. So this is what it looks like. It has these spare, it looks like very small subjects. We also can look for journal by title, subject, and ISSN. I might try to see if it will find a magazine article. That may be possible, but that's not how I would use this. This is when you're looking for journals on a specific topic, like chemistry or women's history or environmental sciences, and you will be taken to those under a subject, sometimes a title, and if you have ISSN. Now, this will also take you to journals that we do not have full text access to. So when you see that line, this tells you, hey, you need to go through and do an interlibrary loan on this. Also, we'll have some things that have a blackout, which sometimes is the most current. Sometimes I've just seen 3 years, not available to you. And on the most part, this does a great job of letting you know you can't get to that. So let's start out with the browsing subjects. So this part may make more sense to you. So if I go into this big topic, arts and humanities, it's going to give me the opportunity to look at all of the journals in this very big area. I can look at it A to Z. If I know the name, I could have already looked for it in the blank box, so you don't need to go this far unless you're actually, what? Browsing. It also selects them by journal rank. I will have to look into it to see which ranking system it's pulling from. I would suspect it's probably the Google system, but we'll see. All right, so this has the individual journals. Let's just go into one and see what that looks like. So here, it's actually like you've opened the page. Now I'm looking here. Usually there's a warning up top. Not always. Be aware that there's a blackout on the most current year. It also gives you the different issues. Let's look at the most current possible one. It's going to let me look at a PDF or a link. If I want to read it quickly, I will probably go here first. And let it go. Here it is. It's in Sage Journals. Awesome. And you'll see it's an original research article, and you have full text, and you can share access. There's lots of things that this particular area is going to allow you. So let's take one step back. So we know we have all these. You can see all, and you can see the individual pieces. Let's see. I'm going to just hold on to this, and we can check out its usability in terms of, can it actually find a title? That's not really what it does, but will it anyway? So let's go on looking. So I'm going back to the front page. So let's just kind of look at arts and humanities. You can break it down, and sometimes you'll get this midsection here, all journals, and suppose you're looking at digital humanities. Bring this over. It has these three. I don't think you'll need to sort them, and they're available to you, and you would go through them in the same way. Let me just go through the International Journal of Humanities. This lets you know that it has a 1-year blackout. So let's go over here. You can also see these little lock signs. Let's see what's happening with 2023, because sometimes, especially if it's quarterly, or some other publishing thing, it might be a little different. So it has two. Let's look at issue 1, and it takes us through the tables of contents. It has a link to the article. It's going to go through this system, and you'll be taken to Academic Search Complete, I think. Looks like an EBSCO product, but it takes us right to the article, and you'll see it here in full text. Let's go back to our place. Let's see what's going on. One more step back. So we had a lot of this, some of this with a blackout. Let's see what's going on with Frontiers and Digital Humanities. It has a link to 2021 is our most current, volume 7. Let's see if it lets us get through to this. I didn't have any warning. Sometimes there's a warning here. And it says download article. Yeah, this is really good. So all three of these happen to connect. So I don't have anything to show you yet about when it will not. So I'm just going to keep going through this and we will find it. If you want to get back to the beginning, just click on the upper left, Browzine Library. So this is how these particular things do work. I think you'll be fascinated. I would use this myself if you've made a New Year's resolution to read more journals on your inside of your profession or your profession to be. So let's go to chemistry, because I know sometimes we're a little short on chemistry journals, and I want to show you what they look like. So when you put in a subject here, I could have essentially gone to science or some other thing here, but I'm just going to put in chemistry. This means it's going to go to the journal like we just saw it, but sometimes it will take you into the catalog where you just essentially select the available online pieces. This means it's going to pull up the subjects. This means it's going to pull up chemistry and ecology. So let's give this a look. It takes you into the library catalog. You will click on available online. It will say, let you know it's in this publicly available database, and it will take you there, and you might still have to, oh yeah, this is the listing just like it is in Browzine. You will be able, this looks like, oh yeah, ProQuest usually lets you search the content, and there it is. So you can search inside of the content of chemistry. So let's go back here. So that went into the library catalog. This is going to take us into subjects. This symbol is going to take us in the prettified world of Browzine. The new full text will not be available for 1 year. So you can see the lock. Let's look at 2024. That is also locked down. This is the first available full text one. It has this link. This looks good. And it's linking you through EBSCO, Academic Search Premier, and taking you to that precise piece. So let me just take this back. I hope this back makes sense to you, but here we go. I'm going to go over this list a little bit more, because I would like you to see what it looks like when we absolutely do not have it. I feel like when you see the PDF, you're going to be able to go in. Awesome. Let me try a few more. I don't want to make everything look perfect. I want you to see what it looks like in other ways. Advances in Chemistry, 2018. We don't have something up to date. It doesn't say locked. It has it. So I know already. I'm beginning to see how it works in these ways. So we know that that is available to you in full text. Okay, I found one that would not be in full text after this particular date. So up to, you'll see this little piece. We go to 2008, 2007. That does not have a lock. So if you see something like this, this means you'll need to ask for an interlibrary loan or double check it in Google Scholar. When you go to databases A to Z, I have Google Scholar that I put our institutional code in so you can find full text, and it has a little video right there. So just go library, databases A to Z, G, Google Scholar, and it has the video underneath. It's really fast, much shorter than this one. So let's go here. So you can't get to that one, and that is the sign-in symbol. So I need something else to fail. Just spend a ridiculous amount of time trying to show you how it doesn't work. But trust me, when you hit that little link and it goes to the library catalog or has a little sign before it hits the catalog that we don't have this, if you sign in, you may find it. You will not find it when you sign in. So reach out to me and I'll try to help you find it. So let's keep going. So I tried kind of a subject. I'm not going to put an ISSN. That's very specific. It should pop right up. But a title. So we have Harvard Business Review, and we bought Business Elite from EBSCO just to have this for the Browzine program. So here it is, and I'm going to have to set it up better in their class guides because this is awesome. So I know we have it, so this is going to be a perfect looking search, but if we did not, you will see what I mean about the little sign. So it's going to go here to Available Online and is going to request us make that one more move to Business Elite. Now, absolutely, that's too much to tell a student, but giving them a link is very easy. So if I use this, I'm searching Business Source Elite. If I go down to find the Harvard Business Review, which I search for, I can search within this publication. Suppose I would like to look for fashion. The coverage, it might have fashion. And it will bring some things up for me. Let's look at this. One of these is very funny. I happen to come here already. Please make it. Lessons from the Sushi Conveyor Belt. Now, if you wanted to make sure your students read this particular one, in most cases, how this is used, they're told to find their topics inside of it. So they would do this search themselves. You may do it in various ways, trying to read and catch up on some topics. But here we go, and we have access options. We have ability to download. We have the ability to share. So if you wanted to share this specific thing with your students, lessons from the Sushi Conveyor Belt, here you go. Anyway, I know I kind of hopped around. Why don't you go in there and explore, especially if your new year's resolution is to read more scholarly journals in your profession or even outside of it to stay fresh and competitive cross-culturally, whatever it is you need. The Browzine may have it. And if you have any specific questions about how you would like it to work, we can probably build something. But meantime, it's colorful, it's awesome, it gives you a different way to look at it. Oh, I think I was going to try this thing. And before I tap out, you cannot search for titles. Just want to make sure. It's not promising to do that, but it's only looking for journal titles and topics. It's under databases A to Z, under Browzine. If you can't find it, go to G for Google, look for the Google Scholar. Here's how I set it up under 3 minutes for you to use it. You're like, how can I put something on Interlibrary Loan? On the front page of the library, go right here and fill it out. The Browzine does at least give you enough information to fill everything out to get exactly what you need. All right, so this was 13 minutes. Really, it should have been 3. But if you hung in here this long, I appreciate you. I hope you're excited about this. I'll try to make cuter, smaller things in the future, but this is the big announcement, all right? I hope you're having a great quarter. It has been busy at the library.